The soldiers of the 93rd Separate Mechanized Brigade Kholodnyi, together with other units of the defense forces, repelled one of the largest attacks by Russian invaders in the Bakhmut area. This was reported on the official page of the 93rd Brigade. Also, such units as the Phoenix Special Forces and the 5th Separate Assault Brigade defended the area. The cooperation between all units ensured the stability of the defense, which was an important factor in repelling the attack. The attack took place in the morning, when the enemy, using a dozen armored vehicles and up to 3 platoons of infantry, tried to break through the defense line near the village of Klishchivka. The enemy used armored vehicles, including BMP-2 infantry fighting vehicles and T-72 tanks, in an attempt to break through the defense. During the first wave of the assault, the invaders suffered heavy losses, as the units of the 93rd Brigade and adjacent units reacted immediately, organizing an effective defense. The assault was repelled by the coordinated efforts of the units, including the crews of the Black Rave Unmanned Systems Battalion, the 2nd and 3rd Mechanized Battalions, the Corvus UAV platoon, and the 2nd Rifle Battalion. The defense forces quickly destroyed the enemy's equipment. Artillery support also played an important role in neutralizing the enemy's equipment at a distance. After the initial attacks and the defeat of a part of the enemy forces, the tanks and infantry fighting vehicles left without infantry support became an easy target for Ukrainian pilots and artillery. During the 4 hours of fighting, the enemy lost 6 T-72 tanks and 6 BMP-2s. 1 tank was damaged but remained on the battlefield. The enemy's losses in manpower are being clarified, but it is believed that the enemy had left significant forces on the battlefield, as most of the attackers had been destroyed or forced to retreat. Thanks to the effective use of unmanned aerial vehicles, mines, and artillery support, the attack was repelled and the defense forces retained control of strategically important areas. Despite heavy losses in equipment, the enemy continues to try to attack these positions, which have been repelled by the defenders. Ukrainian troops are ready for new challenges and continue to effectively hold the line. Thanks to coordinated actions, desperate struggle, and high combat capability of Ukrainian units, the enemy's attempts to advance deeper into Ukrainian territory were stopped. The Russian invaders failed to achieve their strategic goals. This success was the result of several hours of fierce fighting, which showed that the Ukrainian troops, even with the enormous scale of attacks, are able to effectively defend their land and destroy the enemy. In addition, the soldiers of the 225th Assault Battalion of the Ukrainian Defense Forces captured a Russian position in one of the frontline areas. The press service of the 225th Assault Battalion released the footage of the Ukrainian defenders' combat work. The storming of this Russian position took place recently. The military did not disclose the exact location where it happened. The plan called for close cooperation between the pilots of the Black Swan Strike Group and the Infantry Assault Group. Having discovered that the Russian invaders did not have adequate electronic warfare (EW) protection in this area, which could have interfered with the actions of Ukrainian drones, the soldiers of the 225th Assault Battalion implemented the plan and took up their position. The pilots launched a series of precision strikes on the trenches with drone drops, forcing the Russians to take cover. The Black Swan Strike Group kept these positions under constant fire control, providing the infantry with a safe approach to the enemy trenches, the battalion reported. According to the video, this helped a small group of Ukrainian soldiers to reach the Russian positions and launch an assault. The infantrymen used assault rifles and possibly hand grenades as the battle was at close range. The Russians who remained in the position were unable to offer any significant resistance due to the constant operation of Ukrainian drones. Having achieved the goal, our infantrymen took the enemy's position. Thanks to the constant communication between pilots and infantrymen, the enemy was unable to come out of the shelters and stay there forever. The 225th Assault Battalion emphasized. The Assault Battalion did not specify how many invaders were eliminated. In December, soldiers of the 225th Assault Battalion burned a convoy of 3 Russian Gaz-2 330 Tiger armored vehicles in the Kursk region. The Russian assault group of 3 armored vehicles, which was mindlessly moving in a straight line to the position of the defense forces, was defeated on the approach by the Ukrainian military.